Good morning, another beautiful day from Galveston, Texas. This is episode 2 of our historic church tours. And today we're going to check out the Serbian Orthodox Church in town, one of the oldest Orthodox churches in the United States, known as, it's called Saints Constantine and Helen Orthodox Church. Their history on their website is really cool. I'm going to read it for you guys really quick. So it says, our parish was formally organized in 1895 and personally supported by the last Tsar of Imperial Russia, Saint Tsar Nicholas II, who declared, quote, "Let there be an Orthodox church in Galveston. To this day, our parish houses the same beautiful icons and gospel book donated by the Tsar himself." So the icons and the gospel book in the church are from 1895, from the last Tsar of Russia. It says, our parish is also the resting place of the great Reverend Archimandrite Theoklitos, the Tsar's childhood tutor, who is buried underneath the altar and considered by some to be a saint. So that's a kind of a common practice for the Orthodox churches, is a, previous father will be buried underneath a new church. From our inception, we have been a diverse and multi-ethnic parish, welcoming Orthodox faithful and interested visitors from all backgrounds. I've been excited to check this church out for quite a while. There's another Orthodox church in town, a Greek Orthodox church, but it's not a historical building, and I don't know, something about the Russian and Serbian side of the Eastern Orthodox appeals to me a little bit more, probably because I'm Russian myself, Russian Jew. So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna go check it out, and I've seen pictures online and it looks gorgeous. And so hopefully my video, I don't think my video is gonna give it justice, but I'm gonna try and get the best shots I can get for you guys. And yeah, I'm excited. You ready, Jupa? You ready? You ready to go to church? All right, so I wanted to prepare properly for today. So we had these installed in the van. Okay, so what are your expectations? And I don't know.
I have no expectations. I do not know what to expect. The only thing I know is that I brought a head covering just in case.
Just in case, right? 'Cause we're not sure if head coverings are required for women, but I think in general with visitors, they're not going to be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It says on their website they're open to visitors. All Orthodox churches, from what I understand, are open to visitations.
By angelic beings.
Yeah, whether you're dead or alive, they're open to visitations. And so yeah, I don't think they're gonna, they're not gonna pull you outside and blow the whistle and
even if
fine
they
you.
did, even if they did, that's how I grew up, so it's okay. I came prepared.
So you got no other expectations or anything?
No.
You're looking out for?
I have no idea. I have no expectations. I just wanted to know what the expectations were for me. From them.
I know.
So, but there's probably none for visitors, like you said. So.
Yeah.
My expectations are, I think it's going to have kids ministry, and it's going to be the same as last time.
You hope it's kids ministry. Yeah. I don't know. You guys might not have kids ministry, so we'll see.
Yeah, from what I understand, Orthodox churches don't usually have kids ministry because kids are included. They're very big on children being a part of the church. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you're a catechumen and you're catechized and then you're christened, I forget the word, but it's basically like it's
confirmed.
Yeah, it's like their confirmation process essentially. Once you're at that, like you can be that at like 4 years old and be taking communion with the rest of the congregation. Mm-hmm. So they don't really wait, like whereas the Catholic Church might wait till you're like 12 till you get confirmed. And I'm not 100% on that either, but I think it's a longer process in the Catholic Church. The other interesting thing is like Galveston has a lot of graveyards, like old graveyards here, and one of the biggest graveyards is several city blocks on Broadway, and this church is just on the outside of Broadway. So, and because there's that the bones and the remains of that one guy buried underneath the church, it's almost like an extension of the graveyard. It's really interesting because it's literally across the street from the graveyard. So, I don't know, I thought that was interesting when we drove by last week to check it out. Anyways, that's it. We'll see you there. Mommy's got a baby. Daddy's got a baby. Nani's far ahead. Now I just feel like singing everything. Right? Where you going, Noah? Going to the graveyard? Hey. Oh, you're picking up trash?
That's from ATV.
Yeah.
It's from ATV.
Let's throw it out. Here, there's a trash can over here.
Can we go to that place that we got those little like drinks?
What drinks?
Strawberry drinks. Those place. That place.
Where did we get strawberry drinks?
All right, now we're at Freckleberry.
Where we're at? We're at Freckleberry.
Freckleberry. I got the charcoal rose. It's amazing. All right, well, during the service, Kiva was really talkative. So I went into the other room and they have like a little setup of kids' toys for you to sit and actually watch the Divine Liturgy from
Oh, really?
that room. Yeah, so they've got that going on, and then they're like setting up for their lunch. So every Sunday they do a lunch around 11:30 after Divine Liturgy, and then they have Sunday school for the kids at noon. And the woman told me that that's just how they want it. They want the kids up front, actually, like in the service, just really being a part of the Divine Liturgy. So they don't mind if it's disruptive or whatever, you know. They just love hearing the kids be loud and kid-like. So.
And I could tell that, actually, because there was quite a few times where the boys were talking or whatever, they were being slightly disruptive, and nobody ever batted an eye at us. Nobody ever made us feel like, shh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the boys generally were pretty good anyways, but...
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience, and, you know, kind of cool. The way that I was looking at it was like, well, it's kind of just what they're doing at like a house of prayer, or a place that has like where they're singing or being like doing worship or whatever. It's just kind of like that. It's like they're just, even though they're doing kind of like the same thing every single Sunday or whatever, or it seems like it's the same thing, to me it's no different than going in and singing your same kind of like 5 worship songs. I mean, it's very different because you're taking communion and doing that, and you're partaking in the gathering, the assembly. But like, I don't know, I was just, from like an outsider's perspective, I was like, yeah, you know, they're keeping the lamp burning.
Yeah. That's
like my perspective, is they're just worshiping.
One piece of advice I would give anybody who has not been to a service like that is just to know that everything happens in threes. Everything in the Orthodox Church is in threes. Yeah. So, you know, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. A lot of the liturgy is in threes, and even is kind of... You want some coffee, baby? Here, have a sip of coffee. A lot of the liturgy is like bracketed into threes also. So if you know that going into it, you won't be like, wait, didn't we just say that? Or, you know, didn't he just say that? And then why are we saying this? Why are we doing everything 3 times? So, I don't know. I think that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
I find myself like walking out of there and wanting to sing everything.
Yeah, like carry yourself in liturgy or something, which is kind of sometimes how I pray. So when I'm praying with people and it's just like, you know, general stuff, sometimes I actually do get a little liturgical, I've noticed. And so for me going in there, it didn't seem any different. It was just like they were singing their prayers, and I loved that.
Yeah.
The smells are amazing. Like I was in the other building and I was like, man, I just want to go back into the main building for a little bit just so I could be in the smells. I don't know if you can see on camera, but they have candles that you can purchase, and then you place either at the Theotokos or or at Jesus. And so we bought some candles and we placed all of ours at Jesus. And then
the icon of Christ. Yeah,
and then what else would I say?
The incense is super cool.
The incense is cool. Watching him swing the censer is really cool. That wall? Here, do it to where we both are on it or something.
Which I was going to say, is that ground too hot for the baby or no?
No.
Okay. I was going to say too, with the censer, I was telling the kids kind of what it means. And I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure the top of the censer is kind of representative of the heavens. And then the bottom is representative of the Theotokos, which is the Virgin Mary who held Jesus Christ, right? And then the flame on the inside is the Holy Spirit, is God, the presence of God. And so that's why he's waving it at the congregation, and they're bowing and they're accepting it. They're accepting it, you know, unto themselves. And then the 12 bells that hang on the censer represent the 12 apostles, or the 12 disciples. Okay, so final thoughts.
Oh yeah, so I wanted to say this too. Like, people are in and out. When I first walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh, gotta be really quiet as a mouse. But people are walking in and out and to and from, because the Divine Liturgy is something that's kind of like taking place and we're partaking in, right? Like we're a part of it, but it's no difference if you're like in the other room, in the other building or whatever. Like, people are paying reverence to it just taking place, and I think that's you know, that's kind of like where our heart should be. So even if you have to be like in and out of the where the divine liturgy is taking place, like it's fine. And there were visitors, there were like tourists who came in during it too with their head covers and stuff and hanging out in the back. So
yeah, that's something I found that was interesting, because when we first got there was like maybe 10, 12 people in the church, and then by the time we left there was probably like almost 50. Like there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
And people were just trickling in throughout the hour, and so by the end of it was packed. Hey guys, David here. Just wanted to let you know that Dietrich and I decided after church on Sunday, we just had so much more to talk about than would fit normally into this kind of a vlog format. And so we went ahead and we recorded a podcast where we discuss a lot more about our experience, you know, with some of these churches. And so we decided that we were going to do a podcast about an hour long after each church that we visit, and hash out some of the details and just kind of give space to that kind of a conversation. So just wanted to invite you to go out to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and type in Daybreak Collective, not Daybreak Mission, but Daybreak Collective, and subscribe and follow for the upcoming podcasts, as well as here on YouTube. We're going to be posting video podcasts, so you can see us talking as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next church tour. God bless.